Ito na mga idol, ang kinaabangan nating laban. January 31, 2026. Ito ay ang laban ng mga undefeated na boksingero mga idol na si Japit Kirante versus Edmond Kuduyat. Ito ay bakbakan ng Pilipinas versus Russia mga idol. Ang Pilipino dyan mga idol is may kartadang 6 wins na isang walang talong boksingero. Habang itong Russian boxer mga idol ay isa din walang talong boksingero na batak sa amateur boxing. Batak na amateurista itong Russian mga idol. Yun, nice straight by Kirante. May titulong pinaglalabanan pala dito ang dalawang boksingero mga idol. Ito ay ang titulo ng WBA Asia sa minimum weight division. Kaya naman porsigidong manalo ang dalawang boksingerong ito mga idol.
And he's dictating terms here early on.
Nice counter by Kirante.
Good combination came back there though.
Mas maliit dito ang Pilipino mga idol pero ang binibitawang suntok is malulutong. Di kagaya nitong Russian mga idol na parang pumupuntos lang dito sa laban. Kasi amateur boxer itong batak sa amateur itong Russian. Masyadong wild si
Kirante, but it's no bad thing I don't think because what he can't do is allow Hadoyan to
masyadong wild pero kung tumama yun may katalagyan talaga itong Russian boxer.
Good example there, just punching his way off the ropes, just steps in. Hadoyan's managed to avoid those shots pretty comfortably, but it's the intent, it's what it says about Kirante is here to do that will just give him something to think about. Left hand into the body there from Hadoyan. And this is warming up nicely towards the end of round one.
Switcher pala itong Russian mga idol.
Good right hand to the body there from Hadoyan.
Ito na mga idol, round number 2.
Second round here, this scheduled for 10. And Hadoyan looking to try and move in behind that jab in position, that right hand cocked and ready to go most of the time. You don't really see Kirante use the jab too often. He's just backing up there, just giving himself the space, and then he'll look to come
kailangan
back with
talaga
that right
ni
hand.
Kirante na umabante kapag bibitaw siya ng suntok mga idol kasi
he's got that right hand, as I say, in place.
Mas mahaba ang reach nitong Russian. Tapos mababa, maliit yung reach ng Pinoy. Kaya naman kailangan siyang umabante kapag bibitaw siya. Body shot by Russian boxer.
Good combination there from Hadoyan, the left hand.
Nakakilito rin itong mga switcher na boksingero. Napapalit-palit ng stats sa Auto Orthodox. Nice. Yun, pasok ang straight pero sa dibdib lang pumasok.
Long left to the body there from Hadoyan.
Uy,
good left up
top
there as well. He was skirting away to his right hand side there, Kirante. He thought he got away, I think. He felt he was out of range and then he just stepped across Hadoyan.
Kala kasi ni Kirante mas malayo na yung
managed to collect him on the end of that left hand,
yung
and again there just
inatras niya pero
And this is a good,
mahabang reach nitong
strong finish to the
Russian
round. If he
boxer,
can
mga
keep this
idol.
up here, the Russian fighter goes downstairs into the pit of the stomach. That was the decent shot. I wouldn't say he's necessarily put a dent in Karante here, but he's landed some good, solid punches right at the end of this round. That left hand looks a little bit low. The referee had a good look at it. There's that left hand landing again.
Ito na mga idol, round number 3.
So into the third. Adoyan's taken those opening 2 rounds. Good final minute to round 2 from the Russian.
Nice job by Karante. Habang nagsiswitch itong Russian, tinira niya eh.
Just shaping, looking to see if he can judge the distance. Karante is backed up there, but he's giving that ground. He's not really being driven back, and Adoyan's just slightly wary because he knows that he's happy to give the ground Karante because he's looking to do that. Let that big right hand go. Just sling it over the top like he did there, or shoot it a little bit
Nakikita ng
flatter and
Russian
straight,
ng mga
but
bombang
generally
binibitawan ni Karante.
throw it over the top.
Masyado kasing wild.
That's his plan here. He steps in there and behind the lead hand throws that right. But the one that he feels he can really do damage with, I think, is that overhand right. And when he pulls the trigger on it, it is a potentially dangerous shot.
Nice body. Mailap itong Russian, mga idol.
And Adoyan just trying to get after Karante there. Karante, I think, just lost balance slightly. Adoyan caused that and had lost his own balance, I think, as he came forward. He went
maganda din ang
over the top
footwork
of that
nitong
front foot,
Russian,
really
mga idol.
committed to it though, and
Kaya
kept pursuing his
nahihirapan si
man.
Karante.
Made things a little bit uncomfortable there for Karante, but because his own equilibrium had gone, really, found it difficult to land as he was coming forward. Deep into the final minute of round 3.
Uy, nice hook. Maama.
Combination there, Hadoyan. The right hand came firing back there from Karante, and it wasn't far away. The left wasn't far away from Hadoyan either. And if they mix it at that kind of range, that's when this is going to get interesting. Nice body attack there from Hadoyan. And he is naturally aggressive. You can tell he doesn't really want to keep this on the outside. He could, because he's a taller of the two. He's got the greater height and the reach that comes with it. But he doesn't want to do that.
Ito na, mga idol, round number 4.
Just gets a jab away to the stomach there, Hadoyan. I think there's maybe some water on the canvas in the corner, and the referee just wants to get that toweled away if possible. Again, he just dips those knees, throws the jab into the body there.
Kailangan talaga dito ni Karante na madikitan itong Russian, mga idol.
He doesn't want to do that, and for those of us watching, I think that's a good thing, because that would make for a fairly dull spectacle. There's that right hand. That hair trigger right hand. He's not come that close to landing it, Karante, but he'll keep believing in it. That's for sure. And again, he throws it there. That
nice.
one.
Maganda kasi ang rhythm nitong Russian kapag nasa tamang distansya siya eh. Kaya naman kailangan ni Karante na nadikitan itong Russian boxer. Kundi bigyan lang niya ng konti pang pressure.
And there's enough happening in there to encourage him. Left hand got through there from Hadoyan.
Nice. Overhand
Good
by
defense to the right
Kirante.
hand that came back inevitably from the Filipino. Trying to step in behind that left hand there, Hadoyan. Into the final 30 seconds of round 4.
Uy, nice body shot by Kirante. Yun! Tumama ang straight. Tinain ng sulit. Yun. Ito na mga idol, round number 5.
He switched between stances pretty seamlessly so far in this fight. Hadoyan has never really done it in a dangerous position where he's looked like he might get himself into trouble. And Kirante is just sticking to his task here. When he throws that right hand, sometimes that right foot comes forward and round as it did that time, rather than staying clamped to the canvas. But for the most part, that shape, that balance is fairly good. And for Hadoyan, you know where the danger is. You know what the danger is in terms of what he's going to throw Kirante. It's that right hand.
Nice counter. Napatigil doon ang Russian, mga idol. Kasi tinamaan siya ng chick flip hook.
Looked onto a jab though as he looked to come forward there. Coming end of this round will be at the halfway stage, and Hadoyan is banking these rounds. But it's a competitive fight.
Mahaba-haba pang labang ito, mga idol, kasi ito ay schedule for 10 rounds, mga idol, kasi may titulong na kabinbin dito.
Nice body work. And then retreats as Kirante is trying to beckon him in.
Bawat suntok ni Kirante, mga idol, is parang bigay na bigay.
Right hook to the top. I think might be well advised to go down to the body a little bit more. The referee just telling him off for using that lead glove as an obstruction. Some referees don't like that. They feel that you're just using it to try and block the vision of your opponent. Personally, I feel like anything really is fair game. It's not.
Mas maganda nga yung sumasabay itong Russian kay Kirante, mga idol. Ito na, mga idol, round number 6. Nasa kalagitnaan na tayo ng laban.
Again, just goes up. Or looked like he was going to with the jab and then went down into the pit of the stomach. And that body is on offer a lot of the time. You look at that guard. Those gloves are held quite high there by Kirante. Maybe that body work could bear fruit in the second half of the fight here for Hadoyan, but fighters at this weight are generally expecting to go the distance. If a stoppage comes, then a stoppage comes. But
mas maganda ata dito
obsess about
targetin ni Kirante ang katawan nitong Russian mga idol. Para mabawasan man lang ang bilis nitong Russian boxer. Yun. Pumasok ang straight ni Kirante. Nag-aabang lang kasi itong Russian ng pagkakataon para bumitaw ng combo. Yun, masyadong mababa. Kanina pa yan mga idol. Baliwala lang sa referee. Masyado nang mababa eh. Mas mababa pa sa belt line ng mga banat itong Russian mga idol.
It seems to have riled him up a little bit maybe as he steps in and looks to try and throw his own right to the body, and these two just engaging at close quarters a little bit more, which Kirante will certainly feel suits him, but I don't think will be something that Hadoyan will be especially unhappy with. And certainly for the spectators, it would be good to see them mix it at that closer range a bit more. Into the final minute of round 6. Little tip tap and then a heavier shot to the body, just sinking in that left hand there, Hadoyan. Good right to the body there from Hadoyan. And then goes up to the head. Kirante trying to get onto the front foot this round, trying to make something happen. I think he knows that he needs to start winning rounds here, because at halfway he could quite easily be 5-0 down, and it's not that he hasn't put...
Ito na mga idol, round number 7.
And Kirante again just looking to try and step into the centre of the ring here. And I think this is more what we're going to see in the fight, because up until this point, certainly in those first 5 rounds, we saw him give that ground, willing enough to give that ground, get backed up to the ropes, and then look to just fling in that big overhand right. But I think he realises that he's got to try and change the play here.
Body shot by Kirante. Yan. Kailangan niya ma-corner yan.
Finds himself feeling those ropes on his back. And this might suit him. It could well suit him to have an opponent coming onto him rather than him being the one who has to do the hunting. That's good movement from Hadoyan. Good upper body movement. Just hinging at the waist. Stepping around that front foot.
Nice.
And that's what he likes to do at times, Hadoyan. He's just tip-tapping, keeping his opponent occupied, and then he'll look to try and sink that final punch in. Didn't do it there, but we've seen that a few times from him.
Uy, yun.
Good combination there. Lovely fast hands from Hadoyan. And it was that final punch that you saw just shudder the jaw there slightly of Kirante.
Pero sinusubukan ni Kirante cornerin itong Russian mga idol. Pero combos kasi kung makabitaw itong Russian mga idol eh. Kaya naman may papasok at papasok talaga na suntok. Ito ng mga idol, round number 8.
So 3 to
Ang
go.
labang
The
ito pala
schedule
mga
for
idol
10.
ay ginanap sa bansang
WBA Asia
Russia.
minimum weight title on the line.
Masyadong makamay itong Russian mga idol. Veterano kasi itong amateurista. Kaya naman ang kanyang galawan is puntusan talaga mga idol. Maski dito sa pro. Yan ang estilong kanyang nagagisnan mga idol eh. Oh. Pinupuntusan lang niya ang Pinoy eh. Uy, nice.
Good body work there from
Nice by Kirante.
and then went for the right up top
Dinagdagan ni
as well,
Kirante
which
ang pressure.
did make contact.
Tumatama kasi si Kirante kapag ganyan. Pinipressure niya yung Russian. Nice.
Nice combination again there from Hudoyan into the final minute of round 8.
Magandang round ito para kay Kirante mga idol.
He's found a decent groove, the Russian, from fairly early in the fight. I think from about round 4, 5 onwards. He's just found that bit of fluidity. Nice turn around the front foot there. And Kirante, as I've been saying, has brought plenty of energy and industry to this. And he punches like he means it. Absolutely. And that might be part of the problem with him. Puts a bit too much on almost everything he throws. And
buti lang pinagandaan talaga ni Kirante ang labang ito mga idol.
has been able to read him fairly
Kasi hindi pa siya hinihingal dito. Round 8 na. Tapos panay power punch ang binibitawan itong si Kirante. Kaya naman makikita natin na pinagandaan talaga niya itong laban. Nakakapagod kasi yung bumibitaw palagi ng power punch mga idol.
touch of gloves between the two.
Ito na mga idol, round number 9. Last 2 rounds na tayo mga idol.
This final 2 rounds, what we've seen in the fight so far, there's no real need for Hudoyan to try and put his foot on the gas, especially because he's winning this fight and it would be pointless at this stage to take any unnecessary risks. Kirante will keep bringing what he's been bringing, particularly since halfway, because the first half of the fight, it was Hudoyan who was mainly on the front foot. Kirante was giving that ground, looking to throw that right.
Delikado ang Pinoy dito mga idol kapag umabot ang labang ito sa decision mga idol.
Of the ring more and dictate terms as best he can, because he would, and he's done his best on that score.
Kasi hometown boy itong kalaban ni Kirante.
Has found the gaps often enough. And in these situations, if you're the home fighter like Hudoyan is, you want to please the crowd, of course. You want to put on an eye-catching performance, but the most important thing is to win. At minimum weight, you can move into position for a world title shot pretty quickly. This gets him the WBA Asia title. May or may not get him a top 15 ranking. I suspect it probably will. It's possible to travel quickly in those lower weights, those very lower weights, because there aren't as many fighters down there, quite simply. The standard at the top is every bit as high as other divisions, but
Kirante.
you can get to that world level in fewer fights.
Pero tinatap-tap lang siya nitong Russian mga idol eh.
Good combination finishing on the left of the body there, Hudoyan, but he's still coming here, Kirante. Again, good quick hands there from Hudoyan.
Sa bayan mga idol. Masyado ng wild ang mga binibitawan ni Kirante, nakikita nitong Russian. Ito ng mga idol, last round. Round number 10.
Hudoyan really just needs to avoid getting knocked out, and he's going to win this fight. But I was talking earlier on about the matching and what the away corner brings, and I think Kirante can hold his head up very high here because he's only had the 6 pro fights. He hasn't got anything like the amateur background that Hudoyan has got. Those 6 pro fights, understandably, because they've been learning fights. Haven't seen him matched with anybody of any great ability. But here he's been up against a World Championship silver medalist, and he's given a decent account of himself.
Munti kang lumabas.
He's never been any trouble. Neither of these two at any stage have either have really hurt the other. Good use of the lead hand there from Hudoyan, who has just all round had a lot more variety. He's the more skillful fighter of the two. He can switch between the stances. He's got nice reach when he chooses to employ it. Goes down to the body, goes up to the head, turns around that front foot neatly. Good reflexes, hinges at the waist. He's got a lot to him. And big for the weight too. Good right hand off the back foot there from Hudoyan, and then a nice jab.
Tinamaan pa si Kabayan sa isang counter mga idol na solid.
With some style here, looks for the uppercut. Kirante keeps coming forward.
Palitan na sila sa
minute of the fight.
Dito sa last round mga idol. Segundos na lang kasi yung natitira.
Looks for the straight left hand there, Hudoyan. Kirante though, credit to
willing
him.
Willing na din makipagpalitan itong Russian.
Doesn't take a backward step at any stage there. Lovely combination again there from Hudoyan. The right hand.
Uy, nice.
Just cannoning off the side of the head there of Kirante, who still keeps swinging. Right up into the bell here. Hudoyan just catches him, he comes forward.
Natapos ang laban mga idol.
Kirante
ito na mga idol, umabot na talaga ang laban sa desisyon. Sana manalo dito si Kirante. At talo ang Pilipino mga idol. Better luck next time. At least lumaban ang Pilipino ng buong puso.